when a plane carrying a newlywed couple crashes into a mountain. The survivors are left stranded in remote rainforest.
We didn't belong there. It's horrifying.
To stay alive, they must battle the hostile environment.
You just couldn't stop your body from shaking.
Risk all to get help.
Brandon, get out of the plane!
What goes through your head is that you're not going to live through this.
And keep a grip on their own sanity.
We were all injured. We were all exhausted. There was no hope left.
Where's Michael?
Michael! I can't help it.
You're not gonna come in?
No. Why not? Fine.
College sweethearts, Brandon and Brandy Wy, have come to Costa Rica in search of travel and adventure. They've been planning this trip since they married 6 months ago.
I met Brandy in 7th grade, and she moved away to another high school, and then we reunited in college and began to date.
Can I get 2 orange juices?
He was very adventurous, very independent. I think what attracted me to him was the adventurous side of him, that he kind of took me out of my box a little bit.
Okay, thank you.
We had basically sold everything that we had owned and moved on to just travel.
Where are we going?
I think what was attractive most to us was the fact of the unknown, the fact that we could just pack our bare essentials and X amount of money and see what happens.
Their adventure starts with a 100-mile flight to a small town on the edge of the Corcovado National Park.
Have fun, guys.
Bye.
But getting there means a 30-minute journey on a small aircraft, something Brandy is dreading.
See, it's not so bad, is it?
I guess not.
Flying was something that I did not like to do. I remember it being a little scary because it was just a little puddle jumper. It wasn't tall enough for you to stand up straight. It was really small. It was really small.
No, let's sit in the front row. Come on, it'd be really cool. We can sit at the cockpit.
No, let's just sit one seat behind.
Brandon said, "Hey, babe, let's go sit in the front row." I think because of my fear, I said, "No, let's just sit one seat behind." So we sat in the second row.
There are 6 passengers on today's flight.
Guys?
Last to board is American expat Michael Packard, who lives in Costa Rica and regularly takes this trip.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm Michael.
Brandon.
Brandon?
Nice to meet you.
Brandy? I've done the flight so many times that I was just looking forward to reading my book and getting back to town.
For me, taking off is scary.
Hey, it's gonna be okay, baby.
So I remember just concentrating on being still and just being calm and breathing.
Costa Rica is a small country that is both densely forested and very mountainous. If visibility is poor, low-level flying can be extremely dangerous. And clouds are gathering.
When I look out of the window and I see clouds, that's a little frightening to me.
It's gonna be fine, okay?
I don't particularly like flying up there because it is a rough ride sometimes. They are small planes.
But on this flight, Michael sees something out of the ordinary.
I noticed the two pilots conferring with each other, looking a little concerned. And I realized what they were doing was looking at coordinates in these books, trying to pinpoint their position because they weren't sure where they were.
The plane has basic navigation equipment on board, but the pilots are relying on charts and maps to reach their destination. But now they're flying in dense cloud and almost zero visibility. They're unaware that they're already off course and heading for a mountain.
These clouds are getting very dark.
It's fine.
Brandy said, "Look how thick these clouds are." And so I looked outside of our window, and it got darker and darker.
Oh my God!
It's horrifying. That was my ultimate fear coming true.
What goes through your head is the fact that you're not gonna live through this.
You're headed for the mountain. You're headed for the mountain to die.
I remember thinking, we're not flying anymore. We're going through the trees. Is this even happening?
My stomach dropped. My mind just went blank.
To hear things break apart, just the sound that it makes is unbelievable.
My first thought was, you're not getting out of this.
I wake up and it's freezing cold, and my entire body was soaked in jet fuel. I was in a plane on vacation, and now I'm in a black hole that I can't move my legs, and it's blood just everywhere. Brandy was head to toe blood. And I remember thinking, oh my God.
Brandy! 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 Wake up! Can you hear me? Brandy! Wake up, Brandy! Brandy, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
My first memory was Brandon talking to me.
Brandy, listen to me. You gotta get out of here. We're covered in jet fuel.
Oh my God.
Get your belt. Let's go.
I remember feeling completely panicked and completely in disarray.
Hurry, go! Get away from the plane!
Outside the plane, Brandy is horrified by the devastation of the wreckage and the bodies of the 2 pilots.
Trees were knocked down. There was a mess of plane parts, wires. There's smoke everywhere. There's people wandering around. There's people that are dead. How could this have happened? How could the pilots have let this happen?
German Silke Freebold and Costa Rican Alvaro Zuniga have also survived the crash. But the danger is far from over. Leaking fuel is soaking the wreckage, and Brandon is trapped inside.
Brandon! Get out of the plane! It's on fire!
I just remember having something on my legs.
Brandon is pinned under the body of a dead passenger, Costa Rican Adolfo Strasburger.
Hurry up, Brandon!
Go! Get away from the plane! Get away from the plane!
Quick!
Get away from the plane!
The survivors need to get a safe distance from leaking fuel. But in severe pain from extensive burns, Alvaro is unable to move.
Come on, we gotta get away from the plane!
Now able to take in the extent of the wreckage, Brandon and Brandy realize just how lucky they are to be alive.
The wings were ripped off, and the fuselage was turned upside down, and from the seat in front of us, the plane was completely dismantled.
Hey, let's sit in the front.
Oh, let's just sit one seat behind.
By total chance, Brandy's request that they sit in the second row has saved their lives.
I just remember thinking, there's no reason and no way that we should be alive right now. If anyone were to be sitting in that front row, they would have been killed. We should have died. No rhyme or reason about it. It wasn't our time.
Baby.
Brandon is bloodied and battered. As a trained nurse, Brandy instinctively takes action.
My wife went to school to be a nurse. It was just intuitive that she had known what to do.
He had broken all the bones around his eye, and his face was swollen.
He also has deep cuts on his arms that are bleeding heavily.
Okay.
It's okay, sorry.
Silke is relatively unhurt, but appears traumatized by the death of her friend Adolfo.
It's okay, sweetie. I'm a nurse, all right? What's your name? Silka.
Silke was not in a good place. She was psychologically pretty messed up. I mean, she had been conscious the whole plane crash.
I saw the whole thing.
I was really worried about her mentally.
Suddenly, Brandon remembers there had been 6 passengers on the flight. 1 is dead in the plane, and 4 have survived. So someone is missing.
I'm Michael. Brandon. Where's Michael?
next thing that I remember is that I woke up on my back, looking up at the sky and the trees. And I thought to myself, oh my God, I was just in a plane crash. And I'm alive. I remember just thinking about where I was, about where the plane was, because I didn't see anything around me except for trees.
The sheer violence of the crash has thrown Michael Packard's body some 200 feet from the plane. Adrenaline floods through him. He's unaware of just how seriously he's injured.
I was in shock, so I really didn't feel the pain yet.
Michael has a severed Achilles tendon and a crushed eye socket. He has 4 cracked ribs and a punctured lung. It's a miracle he's alive, but he'll need an even greater miracle to survive.
All of a sudden, I heard voices. And I started to make my way towards the voices the best that I could.
He's here. Michael. We got you, man. It's okay.
I'm just happy there was somebody else to go through that with. Because I knew it was going to be tough.
Michael, I'm a nurse.
Put your weight on me. It's okay.
All right, Michael, look at me. Okay, I'm a nurse. I'm just gonna check you.
Brandy instantly recognizes that Michael is in serious trouble.
He didn't look right. He was pale, really dehydrated. His eye was sunken in. He worried me the most.
Brandy is concerned that he may have internal bleeding, which, untreated, could kill him within hours. But imminent rescue is unlikely. They've crashed miles off their original course and are totally lost in Costa Rica's 10,000 square miles of impenetrable rainforest. And with both Michael and Alvaro seriously injured, the clock is ticking.
Stay really hard.
I could hear radios. I'm not even sure if it was Spanish that I was hearing or what it was, but it was definitely a transmission.
It's the plane's radio. Their only link to the outside world, and the only way to get the message out that they've survived. But returning to the fuel-soaked wreckage is a massive gamble.
So I'm thinking, what are you gonna do? Flip a switch and have the whole thing blow up? We're stuck in the middle of nowhere. We've got to find something.
Stay here. I'll be back.
Brandon, I don't know. You should go.
It was a lifeline, but I was terrified that the plane would blow up. Absolutely.
Brandon! Be quick, okay?
I had to get up over the pilot and more fuel and more glass and more metal.
working?
It's dead.
What?
It's dead.
It was devastating. There's nothing we can do. We're in dense jungle. The only people that could give us any type of guidance were the pilots, and they were dead.
It's rainy season in the jungle. And while the downpour douses the fuel-soaked plane, it quickly becomes a deluge.
The rain was just insult to injury at that point, you know? It was just torrential downpour.
We were thankful that the rain was finally going to put out the fire and drench all the fuel and drench everything, drench the wires, get everything just wet so that there wasn't that fear of an explosion or more fire.
You need to get Michael water.
The rain has finally allowed them to give a desperately dehydrated Michael a drink.
Michael? Okay, we're gonna get you some water, right? You lean back on me.
Listen,
Open
Michael.
your mouth.
Okay, listen, Michael, you're dehydrated, okay?
Put your head back.
You gotta drink.
Put your head back.
Drink this water, okay? You're dehydrated. Okay, Michael, listen.
And with the rain, the temperature drops fast.
It was dark, it was cold, it was wet. I knew that we were in dire straits. And the jungle was taking over.
Despite his injuries, Brandon knows that if they're to survive, someone needs to take charge.
Listen, I know your face is broken apart and your nose is broken and your friends have their ribs are broken. And why don't you figure something out to do about this?
The only available shelter is in the wreckage of the plane. Brandon decides to move Alvaro and Michael in first, as they are the most injured and at serious risk of hypothermia. For Alvaro, the pain from the severe burns he suffered in the crash makes any movement agony.
Once they were laid down in there, there was basically no more room for anyone else.
I remember after they put me in there looking out at them and how miserable they looked and how cold and shivering they were. I did feel a sense of guilt, but I also knew that they put me in there for a reason. I could see my condition was deteriorating.
It was a deep, deep feeling of depression. We were still cold and we were still scared and we still had no idea what to do.
Listen! Guys, listen! Where is it?
A rescue helicopter has been sent to search for the missing plane. But the crew can't pinpoint its location, as the plane's emergency beacon has failed. By pure chance, the helicopter is flying directly over the wreckage.
It was a great feeling. We knew then they were looking for us.
I started thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna make it out of here.
But in the thick rainforest canopy and dense cloud, the wreckage is invisible. The smashed plane and the survivors have been entirely swallowed by the jungle.
They were right above us and they can't see us. That was my lowest point.
They're lost in thousands of square miles of jungle, with no beacon to transmit their location. If they can't be seen from the air, they may never be found at all.
I remember thinking we have absolutely no chance of being seen now. None.
The light is fading, and with it comes a whole new set of dangers. Far from their comfortable urban lifestyles, the 5 survivors are completely out of their depth.
I live in the city. I go to an office, you know? I'm not a crocodile hunter. So, yeah, I was a fish out of water from the time I got there.
But Brandon is determined to do what little he can to look after his new wife and the rest of the survivors.
Brandy, we're gonna have to find a place to stay tonight. Try to get warm.
Brandon was for sure taking care of me. He was probably the most selfless one there, trying to take care of everybody else except himself.
Silka. Hey, Silka. Come on, I need your help.
Luggage was scattered for the full 200 yards of the wreck site.
So how are you holding up?
I'm doing okay. Just wish I hadn't seen everything, you know?
Yeah, you can imagine.
Hey, look, it's my stuff.
Try and get as much of it as you can.
She had purchased a lot of sarongs in Bali to go back and sell in her shop. So we got all those to tie off other people's wounds, to keep some people somewhat warm. Gathered all the clothes that we possibly could.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Okay. You okay?
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on. Wait.
Wait.
The jungle has closed in around them,
No, I thought it was this way.
with no landmarks and no reference points. It's impossible to tell which way is which.
No, wait. It's not it. Come on.
It was amazing to me that we might have walked not even 50 yards. Like, and the plane itself was entirely gone.
I don't know.
It all looks the same.
I think we're in trouble.
It's a dangerous situation. If they head off in the wrong direction, they could be lost forever.
Hey!
Brandy!
Hey!
Brandy! Brandy!
Brandon! Where are you? Brandy! Brandon!
Brandy!
I'm here!
There. Over here. Brandy!
You keep shouting.
Brandy!
Where are you?
It's a close call. Had they been separated from the group, Brandon and Silka would have had an even slimmer chance of survival.
It was extremely scary to see how fast the jungle could swallow up an entire plane, 5 people, all the wreckage.
Back in the wrecked fuselage, Michael's 4 fractured ribs move and grind with every breath. Alvaro can see he's struggling and does his best to keep his spirits up.
Alvaro had kept saying to me, "It's okay, Michael."
We will be rescued tomorrow. You'll be okay.
And I was amazed by him trying to console me, even through all his pain.
To make matters worse, Michael is now breathing on only one lung. The other has collapsed.
My chest was just in so much pain I couldn't breathe. I was definitely thinking about whether I was going to make it through the night. I knew it was going to be probably the longest night of my life, and I wasn't looking forward to it.
You gotta keep warm, okay?
As darkness descends, Brandy is concerned that Michael won't survive the night.
I thought the clock was ticking for all of us, but I thought Michael would be the first one to die if we weren't found.
She knows that any rescue efforts will be put on hold until the daylight hours.
Now we really have to live this out. I just remember feeling just this sense of overwhelming doom.
With night comes the cold. High on a jungle-covered mountain, there's no way of drying off, and any warmth is quickly drained from their bodies.
Silka, come over here with us.
She's in shock. She just wants to be alone. I've never been in cold like that. There was nothing that could stop your whole body from shaking.
It was a brutal night. It was freezing. We were scared.
In the dark of night, it's dangerous predators that prey on their minds.
I can remember smelling blood, having blood all over all of us. I knew the smell of blood, we're gonna attract something.
The smell of jet fuel smells so distinct, but the smell of blood is even more distinct, and you would smell it above everything.
What the hell was that?
It's just a howler monkey. Listen.
You're scared every second of that night.
In the pitch-black jungle night, every sound becomes a potential deadly threat.
A different sense of panic set in.
Suddenly, something moves just feet away in the undergrowth.
I remember hearing the rattling of leaves, and it seemed to be getting closer and closer.
Brandon!
What? We realize that it is something walking around.
They've no idea what it is, but their imagination tells them what it could be.
Our adrenaline was out of control at this point.
When it came near, we would yell something out, it would stop.
What is it?
Michael! Alvaro, get as far back in the plane as you can!
Michael was bloody enough to be a target, and Alvaro was absolutely immobile.
Whatever the animal was, it moves on. But there are still hours until daylight. Michael is increasingly weak, and Brandon is desperate to stop him falling unconscious. A clear sign that Michael's brain is shutting down, and his injuries are pushing him closer to death.
He was just in really bad shape, and I would yell out to him.
Michael!
Michael? Are you awake?
Michael! Yes! He's awake.
Okay, just checking in, buddy.
I think I definitely aggravated him as the night went on, but it's better than losing his consciousness.
Michael!
They wouldn't let me sleep and kept yelling to me. Michael, are you there? You awake? Michael, Michael, all night long.
Michael!
I knew it was right, but I wasn't wanting to listen. And I was getting almost mad. Just leave me alone. Just let me sleep.
In the cold light of dawn, Brandon and Brandy know that time is running out. Michael has made it through the night, but his body is increasingly starved of oxygen. His breathing is shallow, and he looks like he's dying.
Doing good, buddy. Hang in there, Michael. Okay?
I think we would have lost him in another day.
It was like, how are we going to get through this day? It was a paralyzing feeling of what to do next.
They've been missing for 18 hours. They've crashed in remote jungle, and there's no sign of help.
We had given up hope for rescue. We thought if we're gonna stay alive, it's gonna be because of us.
Okay.
We can't sit here any longer. So we're on a mountain. There's a valley below. Why don't we go down there, see if we can find a river to follow?
By leaving, they risk getting lost, with no guarantee of finding their way back. But they must take action. If they do nothing, Brandon knows Michael will not survive the day.
To be forced to come up with the answers that are going to make you survive or not is something that I wouldn't probably wish on anyone.
I think we should go. We all need help pretty bad. I can just stay here and watch us die.
We had no other choice. We had to do something. You have to take that risk, or else you're all gonna be dead.
Michael, we're gonna go out, okay? See what we can find.
Michael fears that if they're left behind, he and Alvaro will die.
He kept saying, "Don't leave us. Please don't leave us."
I didn't want to be left alone because I thought if they got lost, they wouldn't be able to find their way back.
I felt bad leaving them, but I also knew there was nothing more we could do for Michael or Alvaro. And there was no good in us just sitting there looking at each other and not doing anything.
It could have worked out. It could have been completely catastrophic.
Come on.
I remember when they left, I had this lonely, empty feeling.
The others have set off in search of rescue, leaving Michael and Alvaro helpless and alone.
I was incapable of taking care of myself, and Alvaro was also incapable of taking care of himself.
Within minutes of leaving the crash site, the three realize the difficulty of the task ahead of them. Injured, dehydrated and hungry, they're wandering directionless in one of the toughest environments on the planet.
You're getting hot, you're getting sweaty, you're getting aggravated because you haven't slept all night, and you're hurt, and you can't walk.
Brandon, are you okay?
I'm okay. So, not only were we falling down, but there were thorns in the side of bushes that were 2.5, 3 inches thick.
After an hour of forcing their way through the impossibly thick jungle, the group can go no further. It's becoming clear that they have made a terrible mistake.
It's a pretty devastating feeling when you know you've made the wrong decision and there's nothing you can do about it.
They've become totally lost. They can't go forward, and they don't know their way back.
I knew that we were in dire straits. This is gonna end up how it ends up. Period. There's nothing we can do at this point. There's nothing we can do to help ourselves. There's nothing we can do to help anyone else involved here. I was terrified that we were done.
The survivors lived through a terrible plane crash. But lost, alone and defenseless, it's the unforgiving jungle that will kill them.
I had lost all hope. We were all injured, we were all exhausted, we didn't know where we were going. There was no hope left.
At the crash site, Alvaro, immobilized by his burns, can only look on as Michael barely clings to life. His collapsed lung makes it agonizing to breathe. His blood pressure has plunged, and this could trigger a fatal cardiac arrest.
It was miserable. I was definitely on a downward spiral. If I didn't get rescued soon, I could only last so long in this condition.
Michael has lost all hope of rescue and resigns himself to death in the jungle.
I heard voices yelling. And all of a sudden, this man appears out of the jungle.
Are you all right?
Over here! Over here!
You're safe now.
An army of Red Cross volunteers has been combing the area for 24 hours. and has finally found the crash site.
I just started crying, and it was the most emotional period. I couldn't believe it.
What was that?
For the others, believing they're lost forever, a miraculous stroke of luck saves their lives.
Just like in Indiana Jones, the guy comes through the fields and he has a machete and a backpack.
Against all odds, a local farmer and member of the search team literally stumbles upon them.
It was the most incredible feeling I've ever had. It was just pure joy.
It was complete elation. I remember sitting down and thinking, this is unbelievable.
Rescued from the Costa Rican jungle, Silke, Alvaro, and Michael made a full recovery.
I think it was just luck that I survived. I have a beautiful family. I have 2 beautiful sons. When things get tough, hey, you're just lucky you're here.
Brandon and Brandy's injuries healed, and they returned to America. They're still happily married and have 2 young children.
You can't go through something like that and not be closer. I was with my husband. He was my family, and he was right next to me, taking care of me.
I am definitely happy to be here. I'm happy to have a second chance. And I'm happy to have my wife and 2 beautiful little kids that remind me every day of the reason that I'm probably here.